So why use elastic audio? Well, there are several uses. The obvious one is to use elastic audio to contract and expand audio to fit a given tempo. For example, let's take the case where we have a bunch of loops of different tempos that we want to make work together. With Beat Detective, we would have to analyze each of these loops and conform them to our tempo. If the tempo changed, we may have to bring up Beat Detective again to smooth out all the gaps. We may even have to do some manual editing of the audio. With elastic audio, we can use the Tce Trimmer to stretch or contract each loop so that they align with each other. If our tracks are tick-based, they will automatically change tempo with our session tempo changes. In fact, we can even ramp our tempo up or down as you saw me do in the intro, and the audio file will ramp with it in real time. But it gets even better. When you drag certain audio files into your session, Pro Tools automatically reads the tempo of the file and adjusts it to the session tempo. You can even use Pro Tools Digibase to audition loops in real time while your session plays back, and you don't even have to drag the loops into your session. Now, working with loops is the most common use for elastic audio, but it is by no means the only use. Using elastic audio, we can correct performances by quantizing audio or having it play back while following your session's tempo changes. You can quickly beat match an entire song to the session tempo and transpose regions to match pitch, so elastic audio is great for remixing. You can also stretch drum hits and vocals, create stutters, add wild pitch changes, and lots more. We'll cover these techniques and others later in the course. Now, if you experiment with elastic audio, you'll find that it can help you create some special effects by extreme tempo and pitch manipulation. There's even an algorithm called Varispeed that lets you change the pitch of your audio while you're changing the speed, kind of like a tape machine. And last but not least, elastic audio is a great tool for helping you fit audio to video. You can create tempo changes in your session that correspond with events in a film or a video game and have your audio automatically follow these tempo changes. Now that's just a summary of how you can use elastic audio. In the next section of the course, I'll show you how to do all these things. But before we do, it's very important that you understand the difference between sample-based and tick-based tracks. I cover this material in the Beat Detective course, so if you watched that course already, you can skip the next lesson. But if you're not sure that you understand the differences between sample-based and tick-based tracks, I encourage you to join me in the next lesson.